win in a big game. But to 6 Rebels, the biggest game of the year was February 23rd at the Thomas & Mack. The opponent, Irvine. The occasion, senior night.
When you remember me, if you remember me.
For the 6 Rebel seniors, it was finally time to say so long to the Thomas & Mack and to their fans. One by one, they came out to center court to a thunderous ovation.
David Rice.
It was just tremendous to be in front of the home fans one last time and to just kind of say thank you for the support that they've shown us over the years.
Chris Jeter and George Ackles took their bows. Then
Larry Johnson. Anthony.
Well, it was a really great experience. Your last game at home, it was one that brought a lot of sadness to me, but at the same time a lot of joy because we've had a lot of great memories here at UNLV.
Stacey Augman.
this night gave Rebel fans the opportunity to express their gratitude to a great group of athletes. But it also worked in reverse.
Second of all, it's because we also play in front of the greatest fans in the history of college basketball.
Time for some debate now. Are the Rebels the greatest team ever? What do you think, UCLA fans? How about you Tar Heel fans? We'll have a friendly little sports argument after this break. Stay with us.
As a native of Las Vegas, I have watched our city grow. At Nevada Citizens Financial, we help that growth by taking pride in offering Nevadans a wide variety of alternative financing, from mobile homes to custom homes, first and second mortgages at the most competitive rates. That's what Nevada Citizens is all about. That and a great deal of pride.
Nevada Citizens, we help Nevada grow.
Running a business is not child's play, not if you want it to be successful. If you're interested in providing your business with the best advantage for success, consider National Contract Staffing. Join the hundreds of businesses that already enjoy the advantages of National Contract Staffing. Less paperwork, better employee benefits, and reduced administrative expenses, to name a few. It's like having your own payroll department, personnel manager, and insurance division. To learn how your business can benefit, call National Contract Staffing.
I got running rebel fever burning up my mind. I got running rebel fever and it feels so wide. I don't need to see a doctor or stay in bed all day. The only thing I need is just to watch those rebels play. I got running rebel fever burning up my mind.
Hi, I'm Brent Marshall with Econo Auto Painting. Are you thinking about selling your old car and buying a new one but afraid of those high payments? Well, here at Econo we say don't sell it, paint it. Come on down to Econo Auto Painting and let us paint your old car new again with our Poly Supreme finish. A sealer to seal off the old paint, our polycrystalline paint, and 2 full coats of clear urethane to give you a long-lasting shine. So come on down to Econo and let us paint your old car new again. And remember, at Econo, we do it right, we do it fast, and we do it for less.
They, whoever they is, say there is no single greatest college basketball team ever. I guess you have to include the UCLA teams of the late 60s and early 70s, not to mention a North Carolina team with Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, and James Worthy. But I'm here to tell you, the greatest team of all time is right here in Las Vegas. It may not produce as many NBA stars, but the Rebels have the chemistry and the starting five to beat any team in any era. Here's Jerry O'Lennon with more.
The Rebels had just completed their most impressive victory of the year, knocking off second-ranked Arkansas on the road. The next day, the National said what Rebel fans had known all along. The Rebels just can't be beat. But the coach of the nation's best basketball team didn't agree with the Nationals' proclamation.
I think we could beat most teams, but in a one-game situation, anybody can beat you. And I think if you look back through history, generally the best team doesn't win the tournament.
But now there was a larger question looming than whether or not the Rebels were the best. The question became, were they the best ever? Better than even the great UCLA teams of the 60s and 70s. It's a question the players don't care to confront.
No, we're enjoying ourselves, and we go out and play hard every chance that we get, and we don't really worry about comparisons, because that's all just speculative, and we really don't have any control over what people think. Everyone has their opinion. All we can do is go out and try to be as successful as possible.
Besides, the Rebels were still in diapers when Lou Alcindor was skyhooking the Bruins into the Book of Legends. How could they compare who was better?
You have to realize we're a bunch of 22, 20-year-old kids who don't remember the teams that we're being compared with. We're familiar with some of the names, but we're not familiar with that style of play. The game has changed so much. There's so much more talent throughout the country. So, to say something like that really does not lend itself to any credits. So we don't really worry about that.
Instead, the Rebels have just kept winning. And with each 30-point blowout, more comparisons. For his part, Tarkanian has avoided saying his team may be the greatest ever.
You'll never hear that from me. I don't believe anybody should say that.
But Tarkanian isn't saying the question is totally without merit. He'll be willing to talk about the Rebels' place in history, just not yet.
I don't think you should ever judge a team like that until the season's over anyways, and, we have a long ways to go.
6 games to be exact. And if the Rebels win them all, the comparisons will really fly. Jerry O'Lennon, Eyewitness Sports 8.
Back to the argument of how many current Rebels will make it in the NBA. I've heard all the way up to 7 now. I think that's probably a bit too much, but I think you can count on 5 at least getting that NBA shot.
On the break to Travis Mays.
Sacramento Kings coach Dick Motta said earlier this year that the Rebels couldn't beat his club on the Kings' worst night, and that UNLV wouldn't even come close to a CBA team. We'll never know about that. What we will know this June is the impact these Rebels will make on the NBA.
There's a potential of having 4 first-round draft picks if Anderson Hunt decided that he wanted to come out, coming